What if everything you believe about money is wrong? What if money is not the paper in your wallet, not the numbers in your bank app, not your salary at the end of the month, but something far older, far deeper, far more powerful, before banks existed, before Nigeria had the Naira, before coins, before Cowries, there was still money. Not printed, not digital, not stored in vaults. It lived inside the human body. It was energy, it was skill, it was survival. And from that moment to today, from ancient forests to modern Lagos, money has been evolving, transforming, reshaping power, reshaping nations, reshaping Nigeria. To understand wealth, to build wealth, you must understand how money was born. Because if you misunderstand money, you will always chase it, but never control it. Today in Nigeria, ask someone, what is money? Most will point to cash, some will say salary. Others will say alert. Students believe money is what their parents send monthly. Workers believe money is what their employer pays. Entrepreneurs believe money is profit. We confuse money with paper. We confuse money with bank balances. We confuse money with social status. But if money is just paper, why does inflation reduce its power if money is just numbers? Why can those numbers disappear during a crisis? Money is not the paper. Money is not the ATM card. Money is not the Naira itself. Those are tools. Money is something deeper, and until we understand its evolution, we will remain trapped in a salary mindset, believing that survival is wealth. To see clearly, we must go back thousands of years. Hunter-gatherer era, when energy was currency. Imagine a hunter standing alone in a dense forest. No banks, no markets, no currency. His strength determines survival. His skill determines value. In early human society, energy was money. If you could hunt, you had value. If you could protect, you had value. If you could gather food, you had value. Energy was hard work. Skill was smart work. But there was a problem. You could not store energy. You could not save yesterday's hunt for 10 years. Wealth had no storage system, so humanity evolved. Agrarian revolution. When land became power, picture a farmer controlling vast land. Now food can be grown repeatedly, surplus can be stored. Wealth can accumulate, land becomes power. In agrarian societies, including many pre-colonial Nigerian kingdoms like the Oyo Empire and the Benin Kingdom, land ownership meant influence. More land meant more production. More production meant more labor. More labor meant more power. Polygamy expanded partly as a labor system, more wives, more children, more farm hands. Class systems formed, landowners, workers, rulers. Wealth was no longer energy alone. It was control of resources. Trade by barter, exchange without currency. As trade expanded across regions, barter emerged, yam for fish, salt for cloth. It worked, but only if both parties wanted what the other had. This was called the double coincidence of wants problem. Trade by barter had limits, no standard measure of value. Difficult long-distance exchange, no efficient store of wealth. So societies adopted commodity money. Cowries, trade and pre-colonial Nigeria. Cowrie shells became widely accepted in West Africa. They were durable, portable, recognizable. Trade routes connected regions through trans-Saharan networks. Money was becoming standardized, but then came a darker economic shift. Slave trade and colonial control. Between the 15th and 19th centuries, European powers, especially the United Kingdom, reshaped West African economies. Human beings became export commodities. Later, British control formalized under the Royal Niger Company. Currency was centralized under the West African Currency Board. Nigeria's economy shifted toward raw material export. Money became controlled externally. This was not just trade. It was economic architecture. The birth of the Naira. After independence in 1960, Nigeria sought monetary sovereignty. In 1973, the Central Bank of Nigeria introduced the Nigerian Naira. The Naira became fiat money. Fiat means money backed by government authority, not gold. Its value depends on trust. Trust in institutions. Trust in stability. Trust in economic management. Oil boom and inflation. Visualized Lagos in the 1970s oil boom. Money flowed. Infrastructure expanded. Nigeria joined the global oil system influenced by organizations like OPEC. But as oil revenues grew, so did money supply. Inflation followed. Inflation simply means prices rising over time, reducing the purchasing power of money. Paper remained the same. Its power changed. Globally, money evolved through the Industrial Revolution, where labor became wages. The gold standard, where currencies were backed by gold. The Bretton Woods system, linking currencies to the US dollar. The 1971 Nixon shock, ending gold backing globally. Today, most money worldwide is fiat and digital, and Nigeria is part of this global system. So what is money? Money is a medium of exchange, a tool to trade value. Money is a store of value, a way to save purchasing power. Money is a unit of account, a measure of worth. But deeper than definitions, money is stored human time. Money is transferable value. Money is proof that you solved a problem. The bigger the problem you solve, the more value you create. The more money flows toward you. Money rewards scale. Money rewards impact. Salary rewards time. Systems reward leverage. Why does this matter today? Because if you think money is salary, you will trade time forever. If you think money is paper, you will fear inflation but never understand it. If you think money is land alone, you ignore digital leverage. In the hunter era, energy created wealth. In the agrarian era, land created wealth. In the industrial era, factories created wealth. Today, knowledge, systems, digital skill. The next revolution is not about paper. It is about leverage. To become the first millionaire in your family, you must stop chasing money and start creating value at scale. From forests to farms, from kingdoms to colonies, from Cowries to the Naira, money has always evolved. The question is not whether money will change again. It will. The question is, will you evolve with it? Or will you remain attached to paper while the world moves to systems? This is not just history. This is your economic awakening. And in the next episode, we go deeper into the next layer of the money revolution. Because understanding money is the first step to controlling it. But this was only the overview, a map, and a map is not the journey. In episode 1, we go deeper into the most dangerous misunderstanding about money, the psychology behind it. Why do intelligent people remain broke? Why do hard-working people struggle financially? Why do some families stay trapped in survival for generations, before land, before cowries, before the Naira? We must confront the mental model that shapes how you see money today. Because if your psychology is wrong, every strategy will fail. Episode 1 is not about currency, it is about belief. It will challenge the salary mindset, the ATM balance illusion, the paper currency myth, the silent class programming most Nigerians never question. If you truly want to become the first millionaire in your family, you cannot skip the foundation. Click into episode 1 now, start the journey properly. The revolution of money does not begin in the bank. It begins in the mind. I'll see you there. But understanding money is only the beginning. If you truly want to become the first millionaire in your family, you need more than history, you need a blueprint. That's why I wrote The First Millionaire in Your Family. Inside the book, you'll learn how to build income beyond salary, the business models that create real wealth, how to manage and multiply your money, how to design a system that makes you wealthy, not just busy. This channel shows you how money works. The book shows you how to make it work for you. If you're serious about changing your family's financial story, click the link in the description and get your copy. Start the journey. I'll see you in the next episode, and inside the book. This channel is not about motivation. It is about transformation. Every video you watch here is one step closer to becoming the first millionaire in your family. Not through luck, not through hype, but through discipline, structure, and long-term thinking. We are building thinkers. We are building investors. We are building legacy creators. And if you stay here long enough, apply what you learn, and study the blueprint inside the first millionaire in your family. You won't just change your income, you'll change your bloodline. So if this video shifted your thinking even a little, subscribe, because this is not just content. This is preparation, and 10 years from now, you'll either look back and say, I started when it was small, or, I wish I did. Choose wisely. I'll see you in the next lesson.